The sooner you call us, the better. Because when we're there from the beginning, we can anticipate your needs and help you solve problems before they become problems. Yep, Graybar does that.
This is the Verizon Extra Innings Show. Verizon, the most reliable 5G in St. Louis.
The pitch by Gray, a swing and a miss, dropped by Pajes. He picks it up and tags him out.
What a great job by Sonny Gray today as the Cardinals get themselves a win 3-2. Let's turn things over to Sonny Gray addressing reporters here at the ballpark just a little while ago.
No.
That is a good question. I feel like at the beginning of the season, I was kind of thinking to myself, I was like, okay, what do I want out of this? And I do remember saying I want to win the games that I pitch. I want to win the games that I start. Along the ways of this season, how it's played out. I mean, you've been here for most of it. There's been a ton of games where they have really picked me up, where I may have had an ugly start and we scored runs those games, and there has been those along the way. I'm just appreciative of everyone just showing up and playing and showing up and busting it for that day and every day. But it's I do take that's probably my favorite thing out of thus far this year.
Limited the Dodgers to one hit, pitched well again tonight. Do you feel like you've kind of found a groove late in the season?
Yeah, I do just think these games are more fun. You play the Dodgers and you go play the Dodgers in Dodger Stadium, and it's I enjoy and I appreciate the challenge, and it's kind of like, okay, let me see where I'm at. Let me see where I stack up. So I appreciate that challenge, and tonight it's a similar thing to that as well, right? It's a Sunday night baseball game on national TV against the Cubs in a rivalry, and it's just a little bit more fun. It's just another thing of like, all right, let's see where I stack up. I got all my friends watching. I was like, I'm not trying to look like an idiot out there. It's just a little bit more fun. It brings a little, you just bring. For me, at least, it just brings it out of me a little bit more. Kind of like the same thing we were talking about with spring training to the regular season, right? I enjoy it. I enjoy the challenge. I think it's a fun challenge, and I enjoy taking on the challenge.
Well, I like hearing that personality out of Sonny Gray, and that's what I was talking about earlier. Is that you need those veterans to set the tone. And he certainly does. 24th start of the season, 322nd career start for Sonny Gray. He actually, believe it or not, that's his first start against the Cubs this year. 15th career start against the Cubs. He passes Mark Burley with his 1,872nd career strikeout. He is now 112th all-time in Major League history. Sonny Gray with that today as the Cardinals get a good, solid outing out of Sonny. He goes 7 today, giving up 2 runs on 5 hits. Only one of those runs was earned because of an error by Nolan Gorman. Ended up in a Shaw home run. 1 walk for Sonny and 7 strikeouts. Gray threw 92 pitches. 61 were strikes, and he was followed by Riley O'Brien, who's really emerged as a nice reliever. We know that Jojo Romero was a good setup man. Maybe what we didn't know is that he was going to be the only lefty in the pen, but also that he could close games, and he gets 4 outs, and he too closes the door just as O'Brien did at Dodger Stadium. Now Romero's done it 3 times. He has 3 saves. Cardinals also saw Romero notch his 7th career save. And for Pajes, you heard Mike Claiborne talking to him earlier. That's his 8th home run, career high for him. 3rd career homer against the Cubs, most against any opponent. So maybe Pajes also gets excited to play against Chicago. Whatever the case, whatever has to get them going, they have shown some fire here. And I mentioned it last in the network show that they're 3.5 games out of a wild card spot. That's just fact. I'm not saying that they're going to do anything. I'm just stating fact. They are 3.5 games out of a wild card spot. The Reds are 1.5 games out. It was Wainwright that took it to the next level. Wainwright's the one who's telling everybody, I'm looking at the schedule. I'm calling it now. The Cardinals shock everybody and are playing for a wild card spot on the last series of the season against the Cubs. Last 3 days of the regular season at Wrigley could be wild, says Wainwright. Now, the comments on that are all interesting. I know that people just want to see fun, competitive baseball. That's what most people want to see. Yes, there's a segment of people who are very negative and are like, nah, I don't want them to win because that means that Bill DeWitt and John Mozeliak think they're winning. No, that's not what that means. It means that the Cardinals are competitive. I think most of us kind of just want the Cardinals to see if we just want to be entertained. We want to see baseball played the right way. We know that a transition is underway. Then there's a segment of people who just, still think that this is a team that could go on to win the World Series. And I think most people fall somewhere in the middle. They just want to see good development, good baseball, competitive fire from the top down. And that is what we saw in the last 2 series, even with 2 blowout losses. Now you're going to have to fix that somehow, some way in this rotation. They've had a couple of pitchers, Palante and Michaelis and Liberatore, quite honestly, who hasn't been able to go deep enough into games. That has to be fixed somehow. I don't know who it's going to be, but somehow they may have to go dive into that and discover how to remedy that if they're going to continue to improve as a team and go into the offseason with momentum. But we'll see how it shakes out. But I'll tell you, Sonny Gray and Michael McGreevy are lights out. Lights out. Both of them very good, very accurate. Even with McGreevy's, I'm not going to give him a mulligan for getting lit up by the Padres on that Sunday a couple of weeks ago, but those are growing pains that you have to endure with a young pitcher. We're at Busch Stadium. The Cardinals win it 3-2. We'll come back and give you a little bit more to think about as we head into tomorrow's series against the Rockies. The Cardinals and the Cubs will play again at the end of the regular season, says Wainwright. Doesn't he always just leave a little something on the table for everybody to think about and shows a little bit of positivity, which quite honestly could be welcome every once in a while around this team. We'll take a break, come back with more. It's the Extra Innings Show on KMOX.
I don't want to wait.
You never want to wait.
Not when I'm sticking to the couch.
Well, those guys can install a new AC for days. Evidently, no one can.
Jerry Kelly can install a new AC tomorrow. Yes, tomorrow, even if we call it 8 tonight.
Wow, that's fast.
They're fast and they're good.
Mathematically, that actually equals got it going on.
Tomorrow, I love ya.
JerryKelly.com. There's a big red barn where you save green. Norm's Bargain Barn. On discount windows, doors, and things. Norm's Bargain Barn.
Hi, I'm Norm Wilkie. Come see my new selection of Amish cabinetry made by my good Amish friends at Countrywood Products. We now stock 5 styles of cabinetry for you to choose from.
When you need to save on discount windows, doors, and cabinetry, come to Norm's Bargain Barn. With locations in Shiloh and Fenton at the bottom of Gravois Bluffs. Visit normsbargainbarn.com.
That's normsbargainbarn.com.
Hey, it's Debbie Monterey in studio with Gloria Liu, broker, owner of Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty and St. Louis's real estate expert. Gloria, while most agents make big promises, you're known for your upfront written guarantees.
My name is My Promise. While many agents promise you an unrealistic sales price just to get your business, I'll provide you with an upfront written guarantee stating if I cannot sell your home for 100% market value, I'll pay you the difference.
Gloria, that's what sets you apart from others and why I recommend you. Folks, why risk working with just any agent when you can work with the best? Gloria Liu guarantees your sale price upfront and in writing.
Absolutely. And if I don't, I will pay you the difference. The agent you choose in this changing market matters and could cost you or make you thousands.
Sell your home with certainty, confidence, and for 100% of market value, or Gloria will pay you the difference. Call 314-325-6888 or visit GloriaHasTheBuyers.com. That's GloriaHasTheBuyers.com. Gloria and seller must agree on price and possession date.
Calling all future sportscasters. Sharpen your skills and learn from the best of the Missouri Broadcasters Association Sportscasters Forum, Tuesday, September 16th in St. Louis. Join Cardinals beat reporters, broadcasters, and the legendary John Rooney, the voice of the Cardinals, for insider sessions on play-by-play, interviewing, reporting, and more. Then cap the day with a Cards-Reds game at Busch Stadium. Open to college students and broadcasting pros, just $10 for students, lunch, and a game ticket. Space is limited. Register by September 2nd at MissouriBroadcasters.org.
You are a successful electrical contractor, but you plus a dedicated team supporting your project from day one? That's taking your productivity to the next level. And Graybar can help you get there. Your relationships plus our relationships. Your capabilities plus our job site services. Your challenges plus our technical specialists. You alone can get the job done, but you plus Graybar, that's smart business. Yep, Graybar does that.
Now, back to the Verizon Extra Innings Show.
Jordan Walker takes his lead. Iminaga delivers to Gorman. Swing and a base hit to right field. Walker rounds third. He's headed home. Throw to the plate. Not in time. Down to second and safe is Nolan Gorman. The Cardinals take the lead. Nolan Gorman delivers in the seventh. 3-2 St. Louis.
Nolan Gorman redeems himself after the error. He comes through with a big hit, the game-winning hit, as the Cardinals win it 3-2 over the Cubs at Busch Stadium. Tom Ackerman back with you, Extra Innings Show. I'm going to take some of these comments that are popping up on YouTube and Facebook and elsewhere. I like that. Kind of Gas House Gang-esque. I like all these comments. Keep them coming. We won't keep you too long. I know people want to go to bed after that long one, or maybe you're staying up. Stay up with me for a little while longer. Let's see here. Chesterfield Fence and Deck sponsors What's on Deck. It's sponsored by Chesterfield Fence and Deck. The sign you have, the very best, chesterfieldfence.com. Cardinals have 3 against the Rockies starting tomorrow. Miles Michaelis is the starting pitcher. Colorado has not announced its starting pitcher, but we'll tell you who's lined up for the Cardinals series. It'll be Michaelis tomorrow. Tuesday is Liberator, and Wednesday, the day game, is McGreevy against Austin Gamba. Austin Gamba, I always liked the lefty. Gamba has struggled this year, 0-6 with a 6.52 earned run average. Michaelis, obviously, throwing the ball over the middle of the plate. That's going to get crushed. I don't care who it is. Colorado, who's 30-87, they'll do it. Just like any other big league team will do it. So he's going to have to find a way here to gut this out. Liberator needs to figure out how to go deeper into the game. Is this a trend? Is it a disturbing trend? And how far do you let it go? So that's a question for sure. Let's get into some of these comments. Sonny has an awesome pickoff move. Yes, he does. He absolutely does. Palante, what was this now? I think Palante and Libby are gassed. Are there any fresh arms we could piggyback with them? It would be awesome to grab a wild card spot. Go Cardinals. Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves, but I love the enthusiasm. David Lauderdale. Yes, I do think that it's fair to say that Palante and Liberator have not pitched a full big league season as starters. So it's a lot for them to adjust to. I'm not excusing it. I'm just saying it is what it is. So, I think a candidate could be Leahy to pitch a fair amount of innings. Suggestion here from Joseph that Leahy should get 65 pitches. I'm not opposed to that necessarily. I think that Leahy has the stuff to be a starter. And by the way, so do the Cardinals. I've heard Ollie Marmol talk about it on the Gas House Gang, that he would be somebody. And he talked about it today, visiting with reporters. They continue to talk about Leahy having starter type stuff, whether that's now helping them out a little bit and maybe blossoming into a rotation piece next year. So, there's a lot to think about there. Burles wants to see a young competitive team. I agree with you. That's exactly what you want right now. You just want to see the Cardinals continue to develop players. That's what this whole season was supposed to be about anyway. Thoughts on O'Brien? I love O'Brien. So John Reese wants to know my thoughts on Riley O'Brien. I had him on the pregame today. I think he's a soft-spoken, confident guy, though. Maybe the nicest guy on the team. But you're talking, of course, about his stuff. He will hammer it upper 90s. Got great movement on his sweeper. He has a real package of pitches that he can deliver for strikes, but also get swing and miss. I love that tall, lanky Riley O'Brien delivery late in the game. And today he gets 2 big outs for them, hands it over. The final 4 outs were recorded by Romero. I like that 1-2 punch, but they've got others. Now, they have others that they can incorporate into late inning roles, and they will. They absolutely will. What else we got? Joseph, you've been active tonight. I want Burley to lead off, not Donnie. Oh, I don't know about that. Brendan Donovan's my leadoff guy over Burley, but I kind of get your reasoning there. But I got to have somebody who can get around the bases a little bit, contact, get on base. And I like Burley in more of a run producing middle of the order bat. I could put him at 2 also. I'm not ready to put him at 1. Mason Wynn was the leadoff hitter today. Now, he's not going to get a ton of those opportunities, but maybe while Donnie is nursing his injury, his groin injury, and today Mason in that leadoff role was 0 for 4 with a strikeout. He looked really good at shortstop today, though. How about that one play where he bobbled the ball, couldn't get a handle on it, but then used his rocket arm to get the out of it? Justin Turner was just thrilled to see that 100-mile-an-hour uncorking from Mason Wynn from the shortstop position. What was up with the Cubs? I mean, of course they're turning around against Romero, but really they're gonna put Turner in over Pete Crow Armstrong. Am I missing something there? As a pinch hitter, this is the guy who could win the MVP one of these days. All right, we're going to wrap things up here from Busch Stadium. It has been an absolute pleasure. It's even better after a win. Thanks to Johnny Camp, our producer. You can see him on the screen. He's waving to you on our Extra Innings Show if you're watching on video. If you've been tuning in on KMOX Radio, we remind you of a couple of things. I will see you in the morning on Total Information AM. I will see you on the Gas House Gang at noon. And Ollie Marmol, the Cardinals manager, joins us every Tuesday at 12:05. Bernie Miklas, Chris Ranji, and me takes our questions, takes your questions. So make sure you're with us every day at noon on KMOX. I would say one of the fastest growing shows out there right now is the Gas House Gang. People like to hear not only Ollie in a relaxed, not very guarded state, I would say, but also just in general, the fact that there's an hour of baseball talk every day blazing hot on KMOX 104.1 FM, 11:20 a.m. and on the Odyssey app. Thank you very much for joining us. Cardinals win 3-2 over the Cubs at Busch Stadium, and we say so long from downtown St. Louis. Calling all future sportscasters. Sharpen your skills and learn from the best of the Missouri Broadcasters Association Sportscasters